All right, it looks like we are ready to go. Miami Sharks versus, and I need to look up this name again, Master Andy's Shipman Pissman. I am going to forget that name all season. But Varez lines up, and the kick is away. Kicks it off north. Sick Vicious will receive it around the 3-yard line. Cuts north and gets taken down from behind by Bogey at the 17-yard line. Master Andy's Shipman Pissman coming off a stunning loss to Canton in what was a mind-bending game where Canton's lead passer was not available. Because the quarterback completed 0 passes. That quarterback was me, by the way. Master Andy Shipman Pissman going with a 2 offensive lineman setup, 2 wide receivers, and a back. They snap it, Vile rolls south, tries to do a slant over the middle to Bop, and it falls incomplete. Master Andy's playing with only 6 players right now. Hopefully they can get one more player online, and this will be a straight-up 7-on-7. On defense, it looks like Miami Sharks is going for a 1-shark defense. You would think the Miami Sharks would have more of them. Bop motions north on the snap, Vile throws it south, and it is just out of the reach of his running back, Maka V. And that Miami Sharks defense features 3 Leviathans and 3 Spiders, so they're going to emphasize defending the pass in this game, which makes sense because Vio is calling more passes than anyone else in the league. Now on 3rd and 20, Vio drops back, facing 3 rushers, fades it south, Bop has it, and he's taken down by Bogey before he can pick up the first down. He's about 6 yards short at the 31-yard line. Vio has been extremely aggressive with his play calls. We'll see what he does here. Oh, he is going to punt it. I have a feeling if he was closer to midfield, he probably would have tried to punt it. But usually Vio's extremely aggressive, and if he's within like 10 yards of the first down line, he will probably go for it. Everybody motions north, and Maka gets called for a false start, so that will back them up to the 26-yard line, and we will attempt to punt again. Now Sick Vicious and Bop go south. Vio is lined up south for the punt, and it is away and goes out of bounds around the 45-yard line of Miami. And with this, we will get our first look at the Miami Sharks offense. Steve Whitmer is going to start at quarterback. He and Bogey have logged time in Ship 6. And then we'll go with a straight-up, classic 3 linemen, 1 back, 2 wide receiver setup. Snap is back, Whitmer goes north, hands it off to Boogeyman. Boogeyman avoids a check from Maka, and he's finally taken down by Bop, but not before he gets 13 yards on first down. And if you are the defense for Master Andy's right now, you got to bend and not break. You only have 6 people, but it looks like they're going to go for a strong front line and go straight man for passing. Whitmer fakes north, gives it south on a sweep to Bogey. Bogey cannot avoid the tackle from Bop, but he does pick up a few extra yards. It'll be 3rd and short. Now inside Master Andy's territory, they're at about the 38-yard line, just outside of field goal range. And as the play clock winds down, there was no one over the middle for the defense for Miami Sharks right now. And they go middle. They try to just draw play to Boogeyman, but it is snuffed out immediately by Rubber Glue, and that is no gain on the play. If I'm not mistaken, I am mistaken. I couldn't see all 7 players on the map at first. Maka is lined up south, looking like he's trying to bump Bacon so he can't get a clean release off the line. Play clock down to 7. An important early 4th down for the Miami Sharks. Snap is back. Whitmer looking middle, now looking south, and he's taken down by Puker. Sacked by Puker on the rush off of the edge. It looked like his initial read wasn't open, so he was trying to motion away from the rush, and he just got pulled to the ground by Puker. The space ground, of course. So an impressive stop by Master Andy's defense. Now using an unusual formation for their linemen. They have Rubber Glue playing center. Puker is lined up behind him for the snap, so it's basically snapping through one of the linemen to the quarterback. By the way, Vio threw another incompletion. Now, how deep in the playbook is Vio going to go to try and overcome the man disadvantage that he's playing with? Looking at 2nd and 20, he fakes it south, motioning north, trying to get away from the rush, throws it, and oh, it's just past his receiver. Incomplete. It was an on-target pass, but even if it unfazed at the right time, it probably would have been knocked down by the DB. That looked like tight coverage from, I believe that was Bacon. It was either him or Boogeyman, who's basically playing safety. 3rd and 20, Maka lines up south in the tight end position. Bop motions north on the snap. Snapping back, Vio looking south, and he's taken down on the speed rush by Jack. So far we have a war of attrition of sorts, as now Vio will punt again on 4th and 26. He'll be punting from his own, we'll call it the 34.5-yard line. He has all the wide receivers lined up south. Rubber Glue takes the ball with only 7 seconds on the play clock. And the punt is away, and Vio gets it, well, it's further back than it was before. Miami will start at their own 38-yard line. Coming into this game, Miami has only played one other match so far, and it did not end well for them. It was a 23-7 loss to Do It Live. But they are looking to build on that as they discover their identity as a team. Now on 1st down, Steve looks south, fakes the run, handoff, now fades it north, and oh, nice coverage by Violence. Steve was trying to fade that north on a crossing route to Bacon, but Violence in the linebackership dropped back into a short zone and knocked it down. Bogey motions south. Oh, a handoff, an impressive handoff by Steve Whitmer, because it looked like it almost went through one of the defensive linemen. Unfortunately, Vio was right there to stop it for a loss of 1. And that will bring up 3rd and 21 for Miami from their own 36.5-yard line, we'll call it. Both Bogey and Bacon look like they're getting set up to either avoid the bump or get a running start. Snap is back. Whitmer looking just south, and oh, it unphases on top of Bacon. Beautiful catch, and he's finally taken down by Bop at the 21-yard line of Master Andy's. And with that, the Miami Sharks are in the red zone. Impressive pass by Steve Whitmer. Bacon just got a little bit of separation from the DB, and that was all that he needed to get that catch. Now on 1st down, Whitmer looking south, throwing it south to the corner. Bacon, Bacon caught it right at the sideline and slowed down just enough to make sure he was inbounds long enough that the catch would count. He goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That'll bring up technically 2nd and 1, but it is effectively 2nd and goal. The play clock winding down, hikes it on 7, Steve looking north, and it looked like he was trying to sneak it, but Vio jumped past the lineman and took him down for a loss of a couple. Looked like he might have had Boogeyman over the middle on like a really short phase, but his ship was not facing that direction because he was faking north. Kula motions north on the snap. Boogie gets past. Oh, nice play. Miami motioned Kula north as a lineman, and they had all their blockers north, and then Boogeyman just ran the far side around them, and there was no one but a DB in his way, bulldozed through them, and got the early touchdown for Miami. And now the all-important extra point. An extra point is what decided the game between Canton and Master Andy's, and the kick is up, and he doinked it! So the extra point is no good. And who knows, that could prove to be an important lifeline for Master Andy's in this game. They are still playing with only 6 players, by the way. And I would say that technically they're only down by 2 field goals, but, I mean, anyway, kick is away. Sick Vicious will take it north. Laterals it back to Maka. Maka gets past one of the linebackers, now cutting south and taken down by Kula, but not before he gets to the 37-yard line. It's a 2 field goal game, but I have not seen Violence attempt a field goal. He pretty much always goes for the end zone. And now they line up with 2 wide receivers to the south and Maka in a jab up north. The defense responds by putting both corners south and then 2 linebackers north to cover Maka. And throws in. Oh, he overthrew it and it's intercepted by Bacon. Bacon to the 30. Bacon picking up some blocks from his teammates. Now slowing down a bit to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Miami. And things are not looking good for Master Andy's early on. The ever opportunistic Bacon, who also had that big catch earlier that got them close to the end zone. And now the snap's back and Whitmer got blasted by Bop. So that is another extra point attempt that falls by the wayside. And it is a 12-0 Miami lead with 4:48 to go in the first quarter. Perez lines up for the kick, and he boots it south. And that will end up with Maka at the 1-yard line. Looking for a convoy of blocks, and he cannot dodge Jack. Jack hit sticks him at the 19-yard line. Well, if you're Master Andy's, what do you do at this point? What can you do at this point? Defensive substitution for Miami. Source takes over the safety spot for Boogeyman. Snap is back. Vio fakes north. Looking south, running backwards. Somehow does not get sacked. Throws it to Maka. Maka, oh my god, what a train wreck of a fucking play. Sorry, my play in the last game was worse than anything that happened there, but that was still hilarious. Anyway, loss of 2. Snap is back. Vile looking over the middle, now moves it south, trying to hit Bopham on the back shoulder pass, but it falls incomplete. And with only 2 blockers, they are having a hell of a time trying to deal with the Miami Sharks pass rush. So what does Vio have in his bag of tricks for 3rd and 22 from his own 15.5-yard line? Snap is back, looking north, now over the middle, trying to hit Bob, and it phases over him and all of the defenders, incomplete. And that will bring the punting unit onto the field. And having experience with throwing a metric crap ton of incompletions, I can tell you Vio's got to be feeling frustrated right now. They line up for the punt. Everybody is south. Vio kicking it south, and a relatively short kick. That is going to go out of bounds at the 43 of Master Andy's. So Miami will take over with a short field and 4 minutes, 1 second left in the first half. This feels like it's been a very long first half. Bogey in a wide receivership is lining up in the backfield. They have no javelins, nothing but wide receivers in the skill positions right now. Snap is back. Whitmer looking south. Looked like he was going to hand off for the run and thought better of it, but then Rubber Glue took him down. And that will be a loss of 3. Credit to Master Andes. Their defensive front, outside of one running play, has not given up much on the ground. Bogey fakes south and then goes into the backfield behind Whitmer. Play clock down to 3, and there is the snap. Whitmer looking middle, fades it to Bogey. Oh, Bogey catches it, avoids a linebacker, avoids a corner, and is finally taken down at the 26-yard line. A gain of, I almost said a gain of 18. No, that is a gain of 21 yards to bring up 3rd and 2. Now, what do you do here? Because you don't have your javelin on the field. Whitmer fakes south. Looks like he's going to try and sneak it north. And Puker takes him down from behind. Oh, he gained pixels on that play. So now, 4th and 1. What do you do if you're Miami? Everything's been going right for you so far. They are not going to settle for the field goal. They have a wide receiver lined up way to the north. Bogey lines up in the tight end slot to the south. Whitmer, looking south, tries to fire the slant to Bacon, and it's way past him. Oh, a bad miscommunication between quarterback and wide receiver, and that means they turn it over on downs, so Master Andes somehow gets out of that unscathed. And now Maka in the backfield, lined up to Violence's right. Now he goes north, and they run it. And Maka gets a few shields from his teammates and manages to pick up 7 yards on that run play. I mean, with how things have gone for Master Andes, you got to build momentum somehow. And it looks like they're trying to do that through the ground game with Maka. Now Vio throws it south. He hits Bopham on that pass, avoids Bogey, keeps going to the 40, to the 30, taken down by Bogey at the 29-yard line as we hit the 2-minute warning. Vio's tried that pass a few times so far today. He's thrown it behind Bob. He's thrown it past his man and gotten picked off. And he finally hits it on that one, and it is a huge gain for Master Andes. All right, both captains call time in. Maka now lined up in the backfield behind Violence. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, so this could end up being a very long final 2 minutes. On the snap, Maka goes south. He throws a slant over the middle to Sig Vicious, who was taken down by Source, but he does pick up 16 yards, down to the 24-yard line of Miami. Everyone lines up quickly. 1:42 and running on the clock. There's the snap. Vio looking middle, now looking south. Has no options, and he's sacked by Jack. Loss of 3 on the play. Clock still running. 1 minute 30 to play. And that will bring up 3rd and 7 on what could be a crucial drive for Master Andes. They need to get points from this. There's the snap. Vio looks north, puts it south. Oh, Bop had it, but Bogey. I mean, I got a golf clap Bogey's play on that. He had it read. He hit Bop as soon as he caught that pass and broke it up. So now the clock stops with 1:12 to play. 4th and 7 for Master Andes. Bop motions north, and he's lined up outside of Sick Vicious. Now motions south again. Maka is lined up south as well. Bop motions north again. And there's the snap. Vio over the middle to Maka. Caught! First down! And he's finally taken down by Bacon at about the 6-yard line. So we have 1 minute and the clock is running. Vile lining up, Maka back under Violence's position, and wide receiver South goes wide south and now motions back in. Oh, he tries to fire the slant over the middle to Sick Vicious, and it just phases past him. Although that looked like it was lag instead of just the pass phasing too much. There's the snap again. Vio fakes it south, looking north. Wide open. Bop has it. Touchdown. Master Andy Shipman Pissman. So despite being down one man the entire first half, they have scored a touchdown and cut the lead in half, and Vio cancels the field goal because of course he does. They are going for two. Maka lines up tight end south, now motions to tight end north. Play clock is down to 1, and there's the snap on the 0-0. Vio looking south, tries to throw that same pass to Bop again, but Bogey jumps the route and smacks it to the ground. And so, with 40 seconds left on the game clock and all 3 timeouts to work with, Miami Sharks will receive the kick. You gotta imagine that halftime for Master Andy's is going to be spent furiously messaging people on Discord trying to get a 7th man to show up. Kick is over the middle to Bogey. Bogey gets a few blocks, and now he's loose into the field. He is past several people. He's to the 50. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. The 10. Can they catch him? No, they can't. Bogey with a kick return touchdown. What is happening? Well, so much for all that positive momentum Master Andy's just built, because, oh boy. Special teams, man. You never think about it until it bites you in the ass. And now they set up for the extra point. Whitmer kicking, Bogey holding. Snap is back, and the kick is up, and he hits the post again. Technically not a double doink, just 2 doinks. And I am in no position to judge anybody else's play kicking, so no further comment on that. On the kickoff, Verez will boot it to the north, and Bop will take it at his own 2. Goes north to the sideline, now cuts it back, gets a little bit of daylight, and he's finally taken down at the 41-yard line. Master Andy's will have only 19 seconds to work with, but they do have all 3 timeouts. So it's plausible they could at least get into field goal range before the half ends. So now Mako will go out of the backfield and line up alongside Bop in the slot. Snap is back, Vio looking south, now looking middle, and he's taken down by Verez before he can get the pass off. Violence does use a timeout with 13 seconds left in the half. And now Maka will stay south in the wide receiver slot. Bop lining up on top of him and behind him at various points pre-snap. Bacon giving plenty of cushion to Sick Vicious up north. Jack with the bump, Vio looking south, rolling south, fires it, and it's knocked down by Bogey. Bogey perhaps a little pissed that that wasn't an interception, but either way, that was great defense. So now there are only 8 seconds left in the half, and it looks like Violence is just going to keep firing deep balls and see if his receivers can get something to happen. Snap is back. Vio motioning north. Bop is there with him. He fires it, and oh, that had a chance. But Bacon was there to knock down the deep ball. So now there are only 4 seconds left in the half, and Vio is going to punt on 4th down. We do have an important update, though. Password Reset, aka Lil Wade, has entered the game, so finally Master Andy's has 7 players on the field. Snaps back, Vio will just boot it to the north as time expires, and that will do it for the first half. Miami leading 18-6 over Master Andy's Shipman Pissman. And it was a solid first half of football, particularly for Steve Whitmer. He completed 3 out of 5 passes, racking up 74 total passing yards. Bacon, of course, had that crucial pick 6 relatively early in the game, which really got Miami rolling. Now, when Password Reset joined, he was registered as a blocker. You have to wonder if they might shuffle around people a little bit for Master Andy's, or if they're going to just let him play out the rest of the game in that position. Either way, Master Andy will finally have a 7th for defense as well, and considering they had nobody lined up covering the middle of the field, that's probably where he's going to end up for the second half. Meanwhile, a quick glance at Vio's stat line is 6 of 18 so far. He has thrown a pick that was taken back for a touchdown, but later in the half, it looked like he was starting to get a rhythm back, and I think him not being under constant duress due to missing a blocker will do wonders for him in the second half. Violence is calling for the break to be canceled, and the referee has canceled the break, although Miami only has 5 people on the field right now. And with that, Master Andy's will be kicking off to start the second half. Miami still only has 6 people on the field for the kickoff. And the auto ready is about to kick in. Okay, now Core calls an official timeout. Looks like they're trying to get a spec all in so that everybody ends up on the correct frequencies. Oh, and wait, Maka's a running back. Maka was running back, wasn't he? Yes, yes, he was. And according to Violence, Maka was going to switch to Warbird, which is a bold strategy, Cotton. Going with a 0 jab setup, although Miami did make that work at one point earlier. All right, that was a slight slip of the tongue by the referee. He did mean to say Maka to Warbird, not running back. And as we wait for this to get sorted out, we can look ahead on the calendar. After this, Miami Sharks will face Do It Live on Thursday, November 2nd, while Master Andy's will face Miami Sharks again on Sunday, November 5th. Referee's making sure everybody's ready, and official time in has been called. There is the auto ready for the kickoff. Puker will be the one booting it away for Master Andy's. Puker winds up and kicks it south just below the hash. Boogeyman will take it out of the end zone to the 10, looking for his convoy of blockers, gets a few, slips a couple tackles, and is finally taken down by Bop at the 30-yard line. Couple people calling for a tank, but in close quarters like that, so many shields can happen from so many angles that it's really tough to make that call. And so the Miami Sharks offense will go to work. Boogeyman in the backfield in a jab. Bogey, and nope, there's the snap. They run it north to Boogeyman. And he is taken down by Maka after a gain of about 2. Source is playing wide receiver south for Miami this drive. And it looks like Password Reset is in fact in a spider and will be playing effectively the safety spot for Master Andy's. Although he is lined up very close to the line of scrimmage. And there's a penalty on Steve Whitmer for illegal motion. Looks like he started moving just before the ball got snapped. So that will be a 5-yard penalty and put them at 2nd and 23 at their own 27-yard line. Snaps back, Whitmer looking center, now motion south. And, I thought that was going to slip the defenders for a moment, but Bob knocks it down, incomplete. There was a bit of separation between the defender and the receiver, but pass just wasn't quite strong enough to make it to its man. So now facing 3rd and 23. What does Whitmer have in store for us? Play clock down to 2, down to 1. Snap is back. Whitmer looking middle and taken down from behind by Violence on a delayed rush. That is a sack and a loss of 3 yards, and the punting unit hits the field immediately for Miami. Ball is lined up close to the middle of the field, so Whitmer could potentially go either direction with this, although premature lining up south kind of gives away what he's doing. Snaps back, Whitmer will boot it south, and it goes just past midfield and goes out of bounds at Master Andy's own 43-yard line. So it looks like Violence is fully committing to the pass. He has nothing but Warbirds to throw to now. And this is not exactly uncommon behavior for him. Vio has been passing more than anybody else in the league so far. Maka motions south, goes into the slot inside of Bop. And snaps back. Vio looking north, now puts it south. Nice pass to Bop. He has some separation. Makes it past the 40 to the 30, fakes out Bogey. Now going to the 20, finally taken down just inside the 20-yard line. Clock is still running. 8:25 left to play and counting. And this is a promising sign for the Master Andy's offense. Maka starts in the backfield, now goes south to roughly a tight end position. And it looks like the Miami defense is simply having the Spiders man up on all the receivers. Throws it north to Sig Vicious, dodges a tackle, scampers into the end zone, touchdown, Master Andy's. It was a nice catch by Sig Vicious near the sideline, and he simply juked the hell out of the defender and walked into the end zone. And they are actually going to attempt an extra point, although they might fake it. Snaps down, kick is up. Violence splits the uprights. And with that, it is only a 5-point game, and there is still a lot of time left to play. Violence, normally known for his quality holds of kicks more than the kicks themselves, but that was pretty much perfect. And with that, the auto ready has kicked in. Puker lines it up, and he will kick it south again. And that is close to the corner. Whitmer will take it at about the 3-yard line, cuts it north, looking for blockers. And he's getting some, and oh, rubber glue just barrels through everybody and hit sticks Steve Whitmer. And now, can Miami respond? Even a field goal would be incredibly helpful to Miami at this point. Maka being very aggressive at the south linebacker position, trying to bump Bacon off the line pretty much every play. Now, password reset lines up south, and there's the snap. Whitmer looking north. Delayed run to Boogeyman. I almost called him Bogeyman. Oh, I hate that Bogey and Boogie are on the same team. Anyway, Violence stops it for a gain of 0. So with the clock still running, we are at 7:36 left to play and counting. And it'll be 2nd and 20 for Miami. Now Maka going to play off of Bacon. Snap is back. Whitmer looking middle. Now goes north. Fades it. Bacon catches it and is tackled almost immediately by password reset. So it is a gain of 8, and the clock does keep running as we bring up 3rd and 12 at the 34-yard line, now on the north hash. It looks like Violence, well, he was in the safety position. Now he moves north. It looks like they're trying to do some sort of middle zone where Violence is north center and password is south. Nope. Whitmer takes it, fades it toward the first down line. Oh, Boogeyman caught it, but Maka broke that up immediately. Decent play design, but Master Andy's had the play read. So now the clock stops at 6:44 left to play, and Miami will send the punting unit onto the field. And they look like they're putting a heavy rush on. Whitmer kicks it very quickly, and that might land in bounds. Sick Vicious does catch it, trying to find some daylight, splits 2 wide receivers, dodges the jab, now moving south, trying to pick up blockers, past the 40, to the 50, and finally taken down by Bogey at just inside the 50-yard line. I don't know how he slipped between the Warbirds and didn't get tackled, but a nice return by Sick Vicious. And now Master Andy's with 6.5 minutes left to try and take the lead. Maka in the backfield and the running back position, but still in a Warbird. Snap is back, Vile looking middle. Now fakes north, fades it north, and Maka got tackled before he could go catch the football. Now, if this were the NFL, that would absolutely be illegal contact, but that's not necessarily a thing in the RSFL. Maka goes to the slot south, Vile looking middle, tosses it south, and it's just out of Maka's reach. Maka looked like he got bumped at the beginning of that play. You have to wonder if that affected the timing of the play at all. So now it's 3rd and 20 for Master Andy's. Maka goes wide north. Sick Vicious north as well. Maka now motions south to about roughly the south tight end position. Snap is back, Vile looking middle, rolling north, tosses it north to no one. I couldn't tell if that was going to Sick Vicious or bop. It kind of went in between both of them. Well, the good news if you're Master Andes is all the plays were incompletion, so they used very little time from the clock. They do line up to punt. Everybody's lined up south. Vio is aiming south. And based on the angle he has, it looks like he's making absolutely sure this goes out of bounds. Snap is back, Vio with the kick, and it goes out at the 22-yard line. Both teams still have all three timeouts, 6:13 to play in the game. Miami with an 18-13 lead over Master Andes. And now for defense, password reset and bop are both lined up south where Bacon is. Bogey motions south. Now motions back north. Sigvish is sticking with him the whole way. Bacon motions north as well. And they're going to run it south to Boogeyman, who finds a little gap and manages to pick up 4 yards before being taken down from behind by Violence. If you're Miami, how important is it that you simply keep the clock running? We've seen that Master Andes can hit some pretty explosive plays when they're in rhythm. So I don't know if you're going to be able to burn that much clock with this possession. Unless, of course, you can hit a decent pass. Snap is back. Whitmer looks north. Fires a slant to Bogey. Bogey catches it and is taken down by Sick Vicious. A solid gain on the play. It'll only be 3rd and 8, which by RSFL standards is 3rd and pretty manageable. Now with less than 5:18 to play, an important 3rd down for Miami. Boogeyman still lined up in the backfield behind Whitmer. Password reset still basically bracketing Bacon as the south wide receiver. Snap is back. Whitmer fakes south again, throws it down a crossing out to Bacon, who catches it, stays in bounds, and he's finally tackled by Bop after picking up several yards, way more than he needed. He is finally tackled at about the 45-yard line of Master Andes. That is a 1st down for Miami. A very nice play call by Whitmer. The double fake and the roll north with the crossing route to Bacon. Love it. So now Snap is back 1st down, and they try to run it to Boogeyman, who only gets 2 yards before being tackled by rubber glue. And the clock keeps moving. We are under 4:10 to play. 2nd and 18. Bacon lined up a little further south than usual. And they are going to try and drain this play clock as much as they can. Play clock down to 2. Snap is back. Whitmer, looking north, sweeps it to Bacon and tackled almost immediately by Makavi. Only picking up 1 yard on the play, but we're at about 3.5 minutes to play. And this will be 3rd and 17 for Miami, still trying to hold on to that 5-point lead. Violence backing off the line of scrimmage, playing a little bit more of a center fielder role now. Play clock down to 5. 3, 2, 1. There's the snap. Whitmer fakes north. And taken down from behind, password reset on a corner blitz gets him from behind. So he's going to lose a few yards, and it is 4th and 21. Here comes the punting unit for Miami. Well, they did end up killing several minutes of clock in the process of this drive. And with a good punt, they could make sure that Master Andes has to go almost the entire length of the field. Play clock down to 1, and there's the snap. Whitmer will kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. So with 2 minutes, 34 seconds to play, Master Andes has to go, 84 yards to try and win this game? Good news for them is they still have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, so time isn't as much of an issue for them. Makavi lined up in almost a pistol-style formation. He's way behind Violence. Boogeyman playing center field. Vio fakes it south. He's rolling north, throwing back across the field. Caught by Maka, but it's broken up immediately by Bacon. I don't know if that was by design because you had 2 wide receivers in the same position. You have to imagine that if he would have let the other wide receiver catch that, they would have ended up moving away from the corner and not had it broken up.
Yeah, the pass definitely felt rushed there, right? Like it just didn't develop enough.
Yeah, and Violence has been under duress throughout the game, although not as much as when there were only 2 blockers. Snap is back, throwing it south, throws it
Oh
directly
boy.
at Boogie! Boogie to the 20, Bogey to the 10, and that is a touchdown, Miami Sharks.
I mean, it was directly to him.
And
Uh,
he did the same thing with Bacon earlier in the game, and now he does it to Bogey.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. I don't know football as well as like you guys do, or like the rest of the guys do, but I mean, there's definitely an issue on that where, I mean, there's no phase. So I mean, you're not even like, the corner's there, and you're not even setting up your phase correctly, or is it just that inaccurate that the pass was supposed to go like around the corner? I'm not sure. I've seen Violence do it a good bit though.
Well, that's part of the problem is he keeps going to that route over and over, so the corners know to look for that. So they can just end
Yeah,
up jumping it and stealing the pass.
I gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean that's what's cool. I mean, if he has over the top help and just you'd be able to have your corner just to be able to jump routes like that. You're like, hey, um, that's why I think like football is so cool. There's just so many weird like little things like that that you can do.
They're going for 2. Whitmer looking north, not finding anything, trying to withstand the rush. His blocker's doing a fantastic job. He fades it south. Oh, and Bacon should have stayed down there, but it's incomplete. Amazing job by the Miami Sharks offensive line to keep Whitmer standing for that long.
Their line's really good. We played against them like a week or two ago, and we had plays where we'd like throw the house at them, and their blockers would pick up everything. It was pretty incredible. They have a solid crew.
Fishers with a lateral on the kickoff to Maka. Maka trying to go north, and he's taken down by Bacon at about the 31-yard line, and this is just desperation time for Master Andes. I will say I do feel good for Bogey, though. He was a captain who was kind of pressed into duty, didn't really have much football experience, and the snap is back. Vio looking north. Tries throwing that same damn route to Sick Vicious, and it goes past him incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, but Bogey drafted a good team. He has a quarterback, which I guess was like kind of a worry, and they look pretty good.
He has
They're
a
starting to
quarterback.
put it together. Well, I'm
Yes,
just saying, like at the beginning of the season, it was like, oh, Bogey's got a quarterback, and he's never played the game before.
and it's the most difficult position to learn. As Vio fires it, and it's intercepted by Bogey again. Oh, how much insult and or injury is he going to add as he's finally taken down by Bob? I mean, this is damned if you do, damned if you don't for Master Andes at this point.
It's pretty incredible. You know, and like Bogey is literally a human highlight reel in this game. Like it's unbelievable. The guy's making so many plays.
Yeah,
And I
good for
guess they were
Bogey, man.
talking, yeah, and I guess they were talking shit on him pregame or something because he's fired up, dude. um, but yeah, I don't know. It's rough. Violence gets himself into these situations, and and I don't know if it's nerves or what, but there will be points in games where he just like everything he throws looks like it's going to be an interception.
He is a very streaky quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And the run north goes absolutely nowhere. Puker with the stop. And the first timeout call by Master Andes, 1:55 to play.
Yeah, I would imagine Violence's team is going to be sitting run.
I mean, I know a lot of people criticize Bogey's quarterback play early, but he has a regular season completion, which is more than I can say.
Yeah. Is your team not played yet, or what?
No, we played.
Oh, okay. All right. So it is
I
technically
threw
not bad.
I threw 8 passes and none of them were completed. Whitmer rolls north on the sneak and taken down. And there is the second timeout for Master Andes. Yeah, I went 0 for 8 for 0 yards. If you
Okay.
check the rshl.org post, the leading passer is listed as NA.
Nice.
We broke the system.
Yeah, right. 'Cause nobody technically did actually complete one. At least you didn't crash it, right? I guess at least they had the foresight to be like, okay, somebody might not actually complete a pass in a game.
Yeah, that was easily the worst game I have ever played.
It's all right. You
Shout outs
have
to
them, man.
shout outs to everybody else on Canton for carrying my carcass to the finish line.
Did you guys win?
Yes.
But no way.
Yeah.
I need to start watching more football, man.
It was an absolute clown show.
Yeah, it had
Uh,
to be, right?
Panda had like 4 picks. There's the snap. Whitmer hands it off north, and Boogie's taken down immediately by Violence.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna see from these guys. They're gonna run 3 times, burn the timeouts.
Yeah, they have no reason to do anything else.
Why would you? Oh, I think I did see that game. African Panda had like you guys scored defensive touchdowns, right?
There was 1 defensive touchdown. Final score was 7-6.
7-6. Yeah.
It should have been more, but I missed 3 field goals too.
Didn't yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I've definitely looked at this game report, but I was
Nothing.
yeah,
Nothing went right for me.
I was definitely scratching my head trying to figure out what happened. Yeah, the three missed field goals. Yeah, I mean, when you're off, right?
So that punt was caught, and uh, yeah, Bob was tackled by Bacon at about the 13-yard line, and Andy's just gonna throw up prayers at this point. Never mind. They're going to have an illegal procedure and go backwards 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't know. Rubber glue was like stuck in a bad position or something. I don't know what happened there. I don't even know if he should be penalized for that. Like, he couldn't move.
Well, the module says no.
Wow.
And that is a pass south that is way beyond Maka's reach, incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see. I mean, the thing is that like these passes downfield haven't really been working for Violence either. So it's tough to say that there's anything that he can kind of lean on at this point in the game.
Yeah, he's either going to go deep or he's going to go to sideline routes to try and stop the clock.
Right.
And the snap is back. Vio looking north. Doesn't like what he sees. Now looking south. Trying to stay behind the line of scrimmage. Fires it. Bob catches it. Oh, he's tackled pixels short of the first down. Clock is running. 1 minute 20 left to play. Rubber and Vio get set quickly. Vio trying to call out a play. Snap is back. Vio looking over the middle now. Fires it south to Bob. Bob with the cutback. Oh, nice play by Bogey to break it up. He
Oh
called the
my God, that
cutback
was
crowd.
incomplete.
He, call, he,
Unbelievable.
he called the cutback to Bob, and then Bogey had it read the whole way and tackled him immediately for the breakup. So now it's 4th and pixels. Vio with a run play to Maka. We have seen
Call.
almost none of that this game.
I
So
know.
they get the
Sorry.
first down, but there's less than a minute to play now, and the clock is still running.
It's going to take a miracle.
Vio looking south,
Oh
and it's
no.
intercepted again. Bogey picking up blockers. Somehow gets past the offensive lineman. I don't know what that was. And he finally just gets tackled at the 25-yard line. Good God.
As soon as that pass got released, man, I saw it. I saw what was going to happen.
You saw it in slow motion. You thought,
I did.
no.
I was like, oh no. Oh man. Yeah, I mean,
Jeez. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
he's just doing a great job of like, he's calling these routes, man. Because like, I haven't played a lot of corner, but I've watched an okay amount of football, and just the fact that he is on top of those routes and he is there when the ball is coming through every time. Like he's always in a good position. Like he's doing a really, really good job at corner.
Meanwhile, Violence, who's coming off a game where he threw 6 interceptions, I lost count of how many INTs he threw this game.
Yeah, I did too. I've seen a lot since I got here. I think we're at 6. I'd say 6, maybe 7. I don't know.
I'm gonna say 4. We'll see what the stat readout says.
I think there's 4 in this half. There's at least 3. There's at least 3 this half. Maybe I'm exaggerating what happened in the first half. We'll see.
Meanwhile, Miami has been throwing passes and they're incompletes. They could just take a knee and end this, but they're not. Okay, now they're going to do that.
Maybe.
I swear to God, you better not call a timeout.
Quick snap. Send it to Bogey.
Nope, they are not going to line up for another play. Oh God, he called timeout.
They're doing it, man. They're doing it. I knew they were going to do it. Football's the biggest troll league in the fucking game. Everybody does it.
You stat padding bastards.
I think they better triple cover Bogey on this one, because that's where this ball's. Oh, okay.
They could
fake field goal to Bogey.
Goal.
I feel like it's going to Bogey. If I had to guess,
it's the perfect situation. They can't possibly lose at this point.
No. Okay, you're definitely right. 4 interceptions. Big E informed me that you can type !stats. You can private message that to somebody and get their stats. I did not know that.
I would do that, except I've forgotten the question mark before. So I'm just PMing people who are trying to play the game. Stats.
It's not the worst thing anybody's ever been PM during a game, man.
Meanwhile,
I think it's all right.
Password reset, jump the play early, and that is a 10-yard penalty. So, if this is a field goal, it'll be easier, and Whitmer is lined up like he's going to do a fadeaway field goal kick. Which I can't judge, because I've done that too. Kick is up, and it's just inside the upright.
Nice, he did it. You made it.
I was hoping it would hit the post again. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel good for him for having a good game and finally getting one between the uprights, because I think he missed like 3 extra points. But yeah, let's take a look at this rating. 32.3 for Bogey.
That is only for the second half, too.
Yeah, it's just the second half. I think we have...
And I think the module is very confused, because Master Andy's just said they're ready for the kickoff. Yeah. Okay, there it goes.
That might have went through like right at like zeros on the clock.
Well, that is the end of the game. Miami Sharks had a man advantage for the first half, but even when they didn't have the man advantage, they still managed to run away with this game.
Yeah, I kind of felt like maybe once Master Andy's got 7 on the field, it started to look a little bit more even, and that's when the interceptions really started.
Now, do you have anybody in mind for like offensive or defensive stars? I mean, I think the defensive star has to be Bogey at this point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to pick him.
3 interceptions for Bogey, including one that went for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And not to mention, I mean, you definitely had all the interceptions, but great coverage the whole game. 2 breakups, which is huge. So I mean, it wasn't just like
Yeah,
the
2
flashy plays
breakups
like that.
and 2 knockdowns.
Yeah, it's literally. Why would you throw to him? Like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, obviously defensive star goes there. As far as like offensive star, um,
Me
I mean,
personally, I would lean toward either Bacon or Whitmer.
yeah,
Bacon had some impressive deep ball catches, and he had one catch where he caught it near the sideline and then
hmm
slowed down just enough that the module registered as in bounds.
yeah,
And then one of his touchdown catches, he caught it near the sideline, juked the corner, and just walked into the end zone.
yeah. He was really good on the like picking up the yards after catch. He was very, very good as soon as he got the ball. I mean, I saw him like many, many times. It's hard for me to like read through these stats and try to get an understanding of what Bogey did offensively because I think he had I think his touchdown was on a kick return, right?
It was an interception return. And
Well,
actually, yeah, there was a kick return.
that's what I mean. So he had an interception return and a kick return,
So
touchdown.
I was told to nominate offensive and defensive star, but special team star, Bogey.
I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, I think Bogey Bacon sounds like a really solid, um, like two really solid nominations.